Hello everybody, Maven here, and today I'm reviewing a god roll I spent the past month grinding for. It's the No Survivors SMG from the Ghost of the Deep dungeon. I can't tell you how many times I beat the Ekthar checkpoint or the entrance encounter trying to get this god roll, and now that I got it, it's time to review it. So the roll in question is Discord plus Target Lock. Now why is this roll so significant? It's because it allows you to shoot off 100 rounds non-stop without having to reload. And I always say that what makes a good ad clear PvE primary is the ability to either not have to reload or to reload as quick as possible. And this SMG really fits that criteria. But so does the current best SMG in the game, the Funnel Web. So because these are both the best SMGs, in this video we're going to be comparing the two in different areas to see which one comes out on top. Because the Funnel Web can also shoot a lot of bullets non-stop with the combination of the Subsistence perk with Vice Stinger. But for the No Survivors, there are two things contributing to its massive magazine size. The first thing is the new Origin trait Restoration Ritual. When you revive an ally or perform a finisher, you get a free reload. So when you run out of ammo, the gun just reloads itself. So say I have 29 bullets in the magazine, instead I have a 58 round magazine. And the second thing is the Discord perk. Now you might have seen this perk utilized on special weapons like the Pressurized Precision or the Mercurial Overreach, where it just refunds an ammo out of thin air directly into your magazine. But since primary weapons already have infinite ammo, it works differently on primaries. Instead, Final Blows will just fully reload your magazine. It's Subsistence on steroids. So it's pretty much a perk that turns your gun into a legendary version of the Prometheus lens or Huckleberry. So yeah, we have some testing to do today. Don't forget to drop a like for my pain and suffering of going through the grind for this god roll, and let's get to it. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so we're going to start off with a test, seeing how long these weapons can fire when you're just holding down the trigger non-stop until you have to reload. So starting off with the No Survivors, and apologies for that pop-up that came up at the bottom of the screen, that's out of my control. Anyways, I don't know how many bullets we shot, but I can definitely tell it was over 100. And moving on to the Funnel Web, again, I'm not going to slow down the footage 17 times to try to count every single bullet, but I assume it's somewhere around 60 bullets. But keep in mind that the Funnel Web's not going to slay out super hard until it has Frenzy procced, which is going to take 12 seconds. But the No Survivors has Target Lock, which is arguably much stronger. Unlike Frenzy, it doesn't require any setup, it's just there. It's just intrinsic. I'll show a little close-up of the perk in action, and as you can see, it ramps up to the full 5 stacks very quickly. And here are the damage values for it. As you can see, at maximum stacks, we get plus 40% damage, and each stack takes 0.2 seconds to achieve. So it takes 1 whole second to achieve plus 40% damage. That is very good. And you know what else does plus 40% damage? Exotic weapons. So the No Survivor seriously is like a legendary Huckleberry. And with that all said, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison against Carl. On the No Survivors, we'll have Restoration Ritual procced, and on the Funnel Web, we will have Frenzy procced. And you don't have to say it, I know I really scuffed it up. I missed a lot of crits with No Survivors, and ads spawn halfway through killing Carl that really screw you up, but hey, it's a realistic situation. Now you could see that the No Survivors has much better burst damage, but if it were to go a lot longer, the Funnel Web has better sustained damage. But you also have to think about the fact that you're not going to be shooting at a chunky target with a primary weapon for more than a minute. So having the burst damage is much more worth it in my opinion. Now as for the rest of my loadout, in the kinetic slot I like the Heritage, but you can also use a Riptide with Chill Clip, because keep in mind that when you are Radiant, which should be very easy on Solar Hunter like this, you actually have anti-barrier on your weapons, so that's what your SMG will do. So all you need to do is deal with overloads and unstops, which a Chill Clip Riptide can easily deal with both of those. And that frees up an exotic slot, so you can run something like a Gallarhorn or a Tractor Cannon, because every fire team could use either one of the two. You know, you gotta be a team player sometimes. And as for the rest of the build, I already fully broke it down in this video here. I'll link that video in the card up above and in the description and also in the pinned comment if you'd like to go and check it out and see the build explained in much further detail. And the only differences from that video to now is I decided to sacrifice some mobility to run 100 resilience instead. That was a very obvious decision to make. And then I decided to run a copy of Stacks on Stacks with double solar weapon surge with a copy of time dilation to really help out my no survivors and give it that 17% damage buff uptime at all times. And that plus target lock really helps it shred. And it also helps out your Gallarhorn for DPS. Now I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Is the no survivors the new king of legendary SMGs, or is the funnel web still better? Now I know some people are going to mention the submission. I actually had 2 crafted submissions that were both enhanced, and I deleted both of them because I did not like it. I know it could technically do more damage than the Fun Web. It gets the same role of Subsistence Frenzy that you can enhance, and then also it's kinetic, so it does 10% more damage to unshielded combatants, but I just didn't like the way it felt. And now, obviously, if you're playing Solar and you need to extend Radiant and Restoration with Ember of Empyrean, you gotta run a Solar weapon. So the No Survivors would obviously be better for that than the Funnel Web. And then if you're running Void and you want to take advantage of volatile rounds, obviously use the funnel web. There's a reason why weapons have elements in this game. So different SMGs are going to be better for different situations. But this video is more talking in a general sense, like which one really is the best, standalone SMG. But at the end of the day, you should really just use whichever SMG is your favorite, because you're only really going to be using an SMG in easy, low-level content, like content that is below raids and dungeons. Because if you're doing anything mildly difficult and beyond, any competent player in Destiny 2 would be running double specials. That's just how it goes in this game. Unfortunately, primary weapons aren't in a good spot. There's only 3 situations in which I would recommend using a primary weapon, and that is 1, you're using it in easy content, in which case you can use whichever primary you like. 2, it's an exotic, so it does 40% more damage to minors. And 3, you're using it to stun a champion. Those are the only 3 situations in which I would recommend a primary weapon. So since it's an SMG and you're only going to be using it in easy content, you can really just use whichever SMG that you enjoy the most. Now, a weapon review video wouldn't really be complete without at least acknowledging the weapon's other roles. And there's really not too much to talk about other than Discord target lock. For PvP, you could have rangefinder target lock, but both of these perks are going to get nerfed very soon, so I don't know how to feel about it. Now, there is incandescent, which is pretty good for ad clear, but that's only for very easy content where you can just melt through ads and you don't really need a damage perk. I guess your surge mods kind of help with that. And I could also see a world in which you would use collective action, like maybe you're using Ember of Tempering, or perhaps maybe you're playing on Stasis Titan. I don't know, but I could see a use for that. But ultimately, Discord target lock just felt the best to me. Like, target lock has such good synergy with the Restoration Ritual origin trait. You can shoot up to 66 bullets on a single target non-stop, and that gives you so much time to take advantage of the 40% damage from target lock. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to help support the video for free, the best way to do so is simply by hitting the like button and dropping a comment. These are called interactions, and YouTube likes interactions. It tells the algorithm, hey, people enjoy this, so it helps put the video into more recommended sections, so I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you are new here, consider subscribing. Would love to have you here, and with that, I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.